Hello and welcome to National Focus. I'm Jarna Hector. Thanks for joining us. Topping the headlines, the Ministry of Education to attack deviant behavior in schools, GIS Dominica and the National Youth Council signed a memorandum of understanding, and 67 Dominican teachers received certification as French educators. All these stories and more when National Focus returns. Welcome back. Time now for the details of the news. 67 Dominican teachers are now fully certified as French educators at the end of a $2.2 million project. The French teacher training program was the result of a partnership between the Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development, the Dominica State College, and the Université des Antilles et Guyane, UAG, in Martinique. Senior Education Officer at the Curriculum Measurement Evaluation Unit, Nicholas Goldberg, speaking at the closing ceremony on Wednesday, described the program.
At the heart of the project was the intention to upgrade some 100 teachers of French in Dominica, to increase their French language capacity so as to be better able to deliver instruction in the French language. This training was to be delivered through 2 weeks of immersion in the French language and culture in July between 2009 and 2011. And as a result, most of the persons we see seated here did go to either Guadeloupe or Martinique for 2 weeks for each of 3 summers.
According to Minister for Education and Human Resource Development, Honorable Peter Serja, not only will the training program strengthen existing bonds between Dominica and its French neighbors, but it will also mark a significant improvement in student performance.
I believe that a trained teacher is an important determinant of educational quality, which to my mind is a necessary ingredient in the recipe for educational advancement and maturity. Therefore, the Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development anticipates that with almost immediate effect, we will begin to see improvements in the teaching of French, both at primary and secondary levels, but even more so at the foundational phase at the primary school levels. We anticipate vast improvements at the CSEC level now that our teachers are better equipped to prepare our students for these external examinations.
Honorable Serja explained that the French teacher training program complements the intention of the Labour Party government to upgrade the education system by adequately training teachers.
I am very pleased to note that this training program resonates so well with the dynamic thrust of the Dominica Labour Party administration to ensure that our teachers are adequately trained to execute the curricula as masters of the art in all subject areas. To a very large extent, our education system has remained rooted in time, whilst our society and our youth have evolved, and thus the relevance of such programs.
The minister congratulated the teachers on their performance at their certification exams and cautioned them to continue improving themselves, though the training has ended. The program served to increase the French language capacity of teachers to make them better able to deliver French to students. A memorandum of understanding which was signed on Wednesday between telecommunications company Lime Dominica and the National Youth Council will assist the NYC in fulfilling its many objectives. The signing of the MOU took place during a media event at Lime's conference room. The NYC will receive free internet and telephone service from Lime and general support for its planned programs.
We feel as a corporate entity with that long legacy and significant accomplishment and contribution to the lives of the people of Dominica that we have a commitment to carry that accomplishment forward. We want to touch the youth, we want to influence the direction of our young people who are in fact, or who will in fact be the future leaders of our company, our communities, and our country. So it felt like a natural marriage, if you will, to partner with the National Youth Council to ensure that we can influence the direction of our young people.
President of the NYC, Fenella Wenham, has welcomed the partnership with Lime Dominica.
It is not often that a corporate giant makes such leaps and bounds to invest in its nation's people, particularly its youth, and I wish to applaud them for this. Lime has indeed recognized the role that the youth plays in our own corporate viability. This partnership, therefore, is one that will be dually beneficial as the NYCD has already fast-tracked plans geared at paving the way for the youth to be more positively engaged. We are immensely proud to have this regionally and internationally recognized corporate entity as our big brother, our partner in the fight to reclaim our youth and realign them on a more positive path.
General Manager of Lime Dominica, Jeffrey Baptiste, also announced their support of local artist Asa Banton Edwards. He referred to the young artist as a new Lime artist and described him as one of the influencing voices for youths in Dominica.
Our decision is to partner with Asa Banton. He's now, from today, he'll be recognized as a Lime artist, and we want to give him the type of support, give him the type of encouragement, so you recognize the value and the impact he's having on the young people of this country and help him to position it in a positive direction. Again, I make no apology, there's some level of self-interest. We want to ensure that the future employees at Lime, they're molded in the right direction today, so we can secure and safeguard the state of health of our company and our communities in the future. We feel ASA is that powerful, that impactful, that we want to have a play somehow in the messages and in the image that has been shown to our young people.
The artist Asa Banton says one of his plans is to go on a school tour across the island.
A lot of principals been calling my phone and telling me I need to come to their school and so on. Because last time we had an incident where they told those children to sing the national anthem. And they start singing, "How can you come to our welfare?" So definitely there is something I'm working on to do at least most of the schools in Dominica, if all. I want to say hi, Padre, what's up? And to all my fans, to everybody that follow my music, I always going to keep it real.
Meantime, the telecommunications company has partnered with the Dominica State College in the hosting of a summer internship program for 5 students.
Speaking about how we value the accomplishment and this deep sense of recognition that Lime is a major player in shaping the economic and social landscape of Dominica, why do we leave it to chance to determine the quality of the students that are coming to the workplace? Why not attempt to influence it? And we had a conversation with Dr. Peters, Mr. Edgar Hunter of the Dominica State College, and they welcome at least the opportunity to engage with us on the whole question of partnership. How can we work together to ensure that we create some sort of opportunity that will take the young people from the State College away from the classroom, but give them a real-life experience in the field of work?
President of the Dominica State College, Dr. Donald Peters, has welcomed the partnership with Lime. He explained that it supports the overall aim of the college.
It's expensive to form partnerships with higher education institutions because we give you the students and you have to train them and you may lose them. That's a risk you take. But the smart companies, what they're doing is doing exactly what Lime is doing. If Lime projects that by 2015 they're going to need 2 salespeople, first you want to train the people, because our research shows that Dominican people are not good at selling things. Nobody wants to be a salesperson. I know a CEO of a major company in this country, when he started, he was a West Indian, and he told his father he wanted to be an insurance salesman, and they almost kicked him out of the house. Today he's a multimillionaire. So we at the college want to emphasize that. We want to be here because it's important to us. Dominica don't only need, I've said that 100 times, I'll say it again, lawyers and doctors. We need salespeople, we need marketing people, we need people who know how to treat customers. We need people to fix our cars when they're broken, we need people to repair the air condition. And that's what the college is all about.
Meantime, in her address at Wednesday's ceremony, Minister for Youth Affairs, Honorable Justina Charles, applauded Lime Dominica for developing partnerships with the island's young people.
This initiative will promote greater social integration, economic development, and prosperity. It will surely boost the self-esteem of our young persons and assist in contributing to the productivity and motivate our young people to continue to empower themselves.
The Ministry of Education has announced plans to crack down on deviant behavior, including incidents of homosexuality in schools. This statement was made by Minister for Education and Human Resource Development, Honorable Peter Seja, who was addressing a French teacher training program at the Garaway Hotel on Wednesday.
The Dominica Labour Party administration, of which I serve, recognizes the challenges that confront our schools. In fact, over the past months, most, if not all, Dominicans expressed concern over the increasing incidents of deviance and misbehavior, what some term crime and violence, that seem to have pervaded our schools and, of course, the youth pervaded among the youth of Dominica.
The minister further explained that in an effort to address these increasing incidents, his ministry has selected Simeon Joseph, former principal of the Dominica Grammar School, to lead the undertaking.
My ministry has assigned or reassigned a distinguished gentleman who has served the Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development for a considerable period of time, the task of investigating and identifying the root causes of deviance and the increasing incidence of homosexuality among our student population, and to make recommendations, including a practical and achievable work plan to the Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development. This gentleman, friends, has vast experience, having served as principal of the largest secondary school on island. And so I joined Mayor Cecil Joseph. In fact, recently, he delivered what in the view of many of us was considered the most profound document on the issue of crime and violence in Dominica during a Carryman symposium. Ladies and gentlemen, I speak here of no other than the selfsame gentleman whom the mayor of Roseau rightly described, in not so many words, as a mover and a shaker. Mr. Simeon Joseph will be the ministry's champion on the issue of crime and violence, and if you want to say inappropriate behaviors among our youth of school age.
The OECS authority met on Tuesday via video conference to discuss progress as it relates to preparations for the inauguration of the OECS Assembly. The assembly was originally set for June 15th in St. John's, Antigua, but it was postponed by agreement of the OECS authority. The inauguration of the OECS authority is historically important to the OECS community, as the revised Treaty of Bastille 2010 makes provision for its establishment. The OECS Assembly is one of 5 principal organs of the OECS. The other principal organs are the Authority of Heads of Governments of the member states, the Council of Ministers, the Economic Affairs Council, and the OECS Commission. A new date will be announced following the 55th meeting of the authority, which will convene in St. Vincent and the Grenadines from June 10th to 13th this year. And that's the English segment of the news. We now join McPherson St. Luce for the Creole highlights.
Alors tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non moins, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, plus de 60 teachers qui ont étudié le langage français en l'école Dominique reçoivent un certificat si l'on course été fait augmenter quoi et puis le langage salam. Le ministre de l'Éducation a tenu une cérémonie en Gallery Hotel en Rose mercredi. On a présenté ces teachers-là et puis certificat d'ailleurs. Le ministre de l'Éducation Dominique a fait assistance à une agence en Martinique qui assiste et puis salam. Le ministre de l'Éducation, Honorable Peter Saint-Jean, Mierozo, His Worship Cecil Joseph, a parmi d'autres délivré parole en cérémonie pour te faire présentation là, tout cabas bien supporté initiative ministre de l'Éducation. Madame Mary-Ann Augustus Francis, en charge curriculum français, ministre de l'Éducation Dominique.
Le cours là, c'était un cours très important parce que depuis 2008, nous constatons que ces teachers-là, ils ont besoin de formation pour aider, pour montrer ces gens-là comment pour parler français. Donc, nous sommes entrés dans une union avec UAG à la Martinique, c'est l'université Martinique là, et ils ont aidé nous pour trainer ces teachers-là. L'argent, ça a coûté autant l'argent, donc il y a une organisation européenne à Europe, et bah nous autant l'argent pour nous trainer ces teachers là. Et à bout, il y a 99 teachers qui commencent ce programme là, et 67 d'eux réussi. Autant d'eux fait tout le programme là, mais 63 d'eux réussi complètement un programme ça là.
Augustus Francis fait parole que le langage français, ça aide à avancer curriculum éducation en Dominique.
Français, parce que nous situons entre la Martinique et la Guadeloupe, nous toujours tenions le commerce entre quand on dit commerce, ça veut dire nous avons voyager pour plaisir, pour acheter des choses, pour vendre des choses, toujours en communication avec ces personnes ça. Et nous trouvons il faut garder ces relations ça. Et en temps aujourd'hui, c'était nécessaire un syllabus curriculum là pour monter français, ensemble et puis anglais et puis mathématiques. Mais ces teachers ont besoin d'aide sur ça. Ça, quand ils ont réussi à faire ça là, ils ont calé meilleur montrer ces gens là comment pour parler langue française.
En d'autres nouvelles, ça fait qu'à concerner stratégie développement changement climatique. Qui a tête pendant Dominique qui participé à un grand meeting Rio Plus en Brésil, plus tard mois cela. Ministre environ Honorable Dr. Kenneth Darrow fait parole cela pendant qu'il délivré l'adresse à 6 journées environ mardi semaine cela. Selon Honorable Darrow, stratégie cela qu'a essayé de faire plusieurs bagailles qui concernent Dominique et puis changement climatique possible. Il y a ces bagailles là qui a tête ces affaires qui concernent green economy et puis développement sustainable et puis aussi pour baisser maltais. Il y a un sommet qui fait provision au la bagaille qui concerne développement sustainable discuté et puis aussi pour taper commitment politique pour y. Sommet cela qui prend place pour les 22 mois cela. Dominique Cotivoué 75 000 $ l'argent pour conduire projet pour monitorer mouvement live et puis comment ça même ça la cause des désastres. Il y a une équipe hors organisation Carib High Coast t'es en Dominique où la yo chaîne le 4e grand meeting à mardi. Organisation ça là pour monter coopération affaires d'État qui concerne hydrology, ça c'est affaires management de l'eau.
Dominique quoi ça toute live ça on est obligé à chaque équipement pour ça bien garder ces manières c'est live ça oui et ou savent puis sur média ou savent l'année qui passée la tenue go l'appli qui pété go dame là avec si nous pas ni équipement nous pas ça bien constructé ces dames ça yo pas fort piste si vous pas une pièce information à sou yo c'est pas rien où ça fait so équipement ça est bon puis plus information on est c'est plus moyen au cas aller plan pour pays là so mais quoi tout pays au Caribbean là mais quoi Dominique ouais recevoir plus équipement puis yon est plus live.
Et puis finalement, l'école gouvernement Tête-Monde et puis Dominica Community High School, parmi l'école pays là, qui a bénéficié et puis programme Sustainable Everyone, qui Global Environment Facility qui a financé et puis l'argent grant, l'argent qui parle pour PVW. Programme celle-là qui a implémenté par Nations Unies depuis 1994, qui a financé projet qui a facilité communauté préserver Everyone ailleurs par divers projets de conservation. Dominique déjà bénéficié plus de $1 million pour 7 projets nationaux. Quand même si l'officier Jeff Agnes Esprit, il y a l'école tout un pays qui a conduit projet de conservation qui déjà bénéficié en l'eau. Projet Jeff pour Dominique qui couvre juste l'année 2014. Organisation là qui a aussi financé un projet tout le monde en communauté, en délice. Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelles. En créole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson Luce. Au revoir.
When we come back, we'll bring you the upcoming events and government notices. Please stay tuned.
Do you have uncovered water storage drums around your home? Do you dispose of old tires, cans, and old containers capable of holding water anywhere in your environment? Are you being bitten by mosquitoes, particularly at dusk and early morning? Do you keep houseplants in water? Do you spend your hard-earned cash to control mosquitoes? Has your community experienced dengue fever outbreaks? If your answer is yes to at least 3 questions above, you are at risk to dengue fever. Join the fight against dengue fever. The responsibility for a dengue-free Dominica lies with you. So, get rid of the Aedes aegypti mosquito.
The Division of Agriculture wishes to inform purchasers and consumers of Irish potatoes that crops from Girardel, Bellevue Chope, and other selected farmers island-wide are available for sale. Interested persons who require a list of these farmers should contact the Extension Officers of the South Region or the Division of Agriculture Information Unit, Botanic Gardens, Roseau, or call 266-3804 or 266-3805. The general public is hereby notified that the names of persons considered deserving of an honor for meritorious service to the state of Dominica shall be submitted to the Cabinet Secretary no later than June 30th, 2012. Recommendations should be forwarded on the confidential cover to Secretary to the Cabinet, Cabinet Secretariat Office of the Prime Minister, Financial Center, Kennedy Avenue, Roseau, or email to allportg@dominica.gov.dm. All concerned are asked to note the following hurricane shelters and shelter managers for the communities of Tukari, Upper Penville, and Lower Penville. Tukari, your hurricane shelter is the Tukari Chapel. The shelter manager is Hattie Mason, and the assistant shelter manager is Robin Daniel. Upper Penville, your 5 hurricane shelters are 1. The Credit Union Building, shelter manager Fabian Gilbert, assistant manager Luke Libla. 2. Council Building, the shelter manager is Gabriel Libla. 3. The ground floor of the Penville Government School, the shelter manager is Davis George, and the assistant is Robert Libla. 4. The House of Laurel and Lipson Lewis, the shelter manager is Laurel Lewis, and the assistant is Lipson Lewis. 5. The Penville Seventh-day Adventist Church, and the shelter manager is Julian Royer. Lower Penville, your hurricane shelter is the Penville Roman Catholic Church, shelter manager Michael Debon, assistant manager John Christopher. Members of the public are asked to take note of the following numbers which could prove useful during the hurricane season. The Office of Disaster Management, GIMIT Dominica, Telephone number 448-8831 or 448-7777. Website www.odm.gov.dm or email odm@dominica.gov.dm. The Dominica Met Service, Caneville Airport, Dominica. Telephone number 449-1990. Fax number 449-2020. Or email metoffcan@cwdom.dm. The Dominica Met Service, Melville Airport, Dominica. Telephone number 445-7878. Fax number 445-7849. Or email metoffmar@cwdom.dm or metoffice@cwdom.dm. The weather hotline is 447-5555 or visit their website www.weather.gov.dm for updated weather reports. Up next, the tip of the day. There is never nothing you can do. The only relevant questions are whether a given action will work and whether additional different actions will be required. Don't let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. Invest any worry time in constructive action to improve your results today. Make a move. And that's National Focus. As usual, we invite your suggestions or comments. Please feel free to drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm, or you can visit our website at news.gov.dm, or you could visit our GIS Dominica page on YouTube and Facebook. On behalf of the entire news production team, I'm Jarna Hector. Thanks for watching.
You're watching GIS.
Dominica is blessed with an abundance of water, but getting it to your home is an expensive venture. You have a responsibility to conserve water, to use it wisely. Remember the old adage, you never miss the water till the well runs dry. Think water, think life. DOWASCO recognizes that clean water is vital to healthy living. Therefore, it spares no effort in providing a clean, safe, and reliable system. Help keep our rivers safe and clean. Do not cut trees along the riverbanks and do not pollute with garbage, human or animal feces, and chemicals. Think water, think life.
Let your spirit take to flight. Let your heart run free and wild. Find your soul.